It's been a year unlike any other. But perhaps Mr. Rogers said it best.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
In difficult times, look for the helpers. Acts of heroism.
I'd do it all over again. Like I said, I'd do it all over again. I'd risk my life to make sure they're good.
And kindness.
Yeah, this makes me happy that children is actually getting toys for Christmas.
Stories of hope.
It has restored my faith in humanity.
And community.
It just blew up and went crazy, and there are so many nice people around here.
Make me happy.
Your nation, your neighbors, making a difference in your community.
I got one.
A NewsNation Special Presentation, Hometown Heroes for the Holidays.
People are basically good. Mankind is good.
Thanks for joining us for a special hour of News Nation tonight. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi.
And I'm Nicole Burley. It's been a year full of ups and downs, stress and grief, loss and hope. But tonight, for 1 hour, we're sharing only good news from 2020.
They are stories you won't see anywhere else, stories of people in your community doing incredible things. We hope it inspires you and reminds you that in all the bad, there is still good, plenty of it.
And we begin tonight with a small gesture that's making a difference for dozens of families, and a reminder that sometimes it's children who provide the best examples of kindness. Here's News Nation reporter Sarah Wilson.
It's the time to spread Christmas joy, and one third grader is spreading that joy by giving. Meet third grader Luke Ewing, who is described as having the heart of gold and is making sure that all children have this same joy.
Yeah, this makes me happy that children is actually getting toys for Christmas.
This all started a few years ago when Luke decided he wanted to donate all of his Christmas toys to his classmates. He wanted kids to have a special Christmas after he was split from his family at an early age.
And then last year, he brought some items in, and this year it's just unreal what he's brought in.
Luke says Christmas is his favorite holiday because he loves to give back, and that is what Christmas is for. School officials say how they promote giving back and being kind to their students. They believe Luke is the perfect example.
Luke exceeds that. He is pouring his heart out to make sure our community have, each of our kids have exactly what they need.
And it's more than just toys. There's clothes, things for your house, undergarments, and so much more. Luke says it warms his heart to have the ability to do something for kids just like him. And he wishes all of the kids a very Merry Christmas. Sarah Wilson, News Nation in Dothan, Alabama.
Luke is so sweet.
And only third grade. So just think of all the good he's going to do throughout his life.
Yeah, I love him.
To see that. Well, now to a story of giving back. The pandemic has been hard on the restaurant industry, especially those that are locally owned. But night after night, loyal customers have showed up to try to keep them on their feet.
That's the case for one homeless man in Colorado who says it's now his turn to help a place that was there for him when he needed it the most. News Nation reporter Greg Nieto has the story from Denver.
Darren Valdez knows East Colfax because he is part of it.
I was living up here in the alley up here over by Cheeseman Park, and living behind this dumpster.
Life on the streets of Denver led him here to the same cafe.
We're a donation-based restaurant, so we say that we run on donations of time and money and produce.
The food nourishing his body, self-confidence nourishing his soul.
I wandered in thinking they were going to chase me out, and they didn't.
It's here that the cafe gave the 48-year-old an opportunity.
I remember he came up crying, telling me his story about how Same Cafe changed his life.
Today,
it means the world that I get to give this back.
Valdez is paying it back while paying it forward,
It's good to see
donating a $1,000 check to those who saved his life.
I want to thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
Doing so here at Same Cafe at East Colfax and Vine.
That was incredible because, like I said, I just barely met Darren and I hadn't even heard his full story. And I'm sitting over here crying because I was like, you're describing what we worked so hard to create here.
Dignity, Darren Valdez says, is what he was given. A chance for the next East Colfax customer is now what he's providing.
If they hadn't done it for me, if they hadn't noticed me and saw the light inside of me and nurtured that, then I wouldn't be here today. I'd be dead.
Greg Nieto, News Nation.
Now to a social media movement that has inspired hundreds of people to join in on a game. The goal of the game? Perform an act of kindness for someone you don't know. News Nation reporter Erin Ivory shares this story of a group called Helping a Mere Stranger.
We all feel good when we do something nice for someone, but for Sarah Wells, it was far more than just some random act. She turned it into a full-on game. Take a look.
It's not unusual to find her standing here, brush to canvas, for a good deed that is yet to unfold.
There are so many people helping people out there, and there's so much good actually going on that we need to make people aware.
Sarah calls it painting for a purpose, something she started 3 years back.
I was diagnosed with a heart condition. I basically wasn't sure if I was going to make it, and I've spent my whole lifetime helping people, so I had to figure out how can I still help people. And one morning I woke up, and even the title came to me. I thought, oh, I could get people to help strangers from my home, and Help a Mere Stranger came right to me.
The beginning of a Facebook group that makes a game out of good deeds.
There's 4 rules to the game. 1, help a mere stranger or an animal. 2, share your story with us. 3, allow me to share your story with others, so to encourage others to play. 4, PM me your address so I can send you a piece of art to validate you for what you've done.
It wasn't long before the posts started pouring in. Stories of people helping stranded drivers, sharing coffee with their favorite janitor, deliveries of food to ill neighbors, posting inspiring messages, and even helping strangers find sentimental jewelry.
It took quite a while. It was a really thin gold chain, and I ended up finding it and saved the day.
Weeks later, a hand-painted piece of artwork found its way to his doorstep in Sarasota, Florida.
It was really cool to be recognized for doing that, and for someone to paint those pictures and take all that time just for a complete stranger like me, it was pretty neat.
Help a Mere Stranger has now reached 58 countries with over 1,200 members, enough to keep Sarah and the 15 other volunteer artists she recruited busy creating art with heart.
People are basically good. Mankind is good. People don't want to do wrong. They don't want to feel that they're not contributing.
As for her heart, Sarah believes her kindness game has been the best medicine out there.
I help people contribute to helping others, so that's a good feeling inside.
Erin Ivory, News Nation, Chicago.
Her art is beautiful. She has such a good spirit, and I love that animals are included.
Absolutely, and I feel like we're 3 stories into this special already, and it really does. It just makes you feel so good. Yeah, I like that. Well, a COVID-19 patient is now on the mend and spending the holidays with his family. That wasn't the case, though, a month ago when Ryan Sen started taking a turn for the worse. But thanks to a pretty amazing series of events, he received the help he needed, and it just may have saved his life. NewsNation reporter Dan Jovic has the story.
An amazing story of a network coming together to save a life.
A story which begins with a call for help made by recently retired Navy SEAL Commander John McCaskill. His brother-in-law Ryan came down with COVID. He was in need of convalescent plasma, something the hospital in Ruston could not provide.
He ended up getting life flighted to LSU Shreveport.
Ryan received the plasma treatment in Shreveport and was making progress.
12:45 a.m. the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I get a call from my sister, and Ryan has taken a turn for the worse. And he needs to be put onto a machine called an ECMO machine.
The machine infuses oxygen into the blood. Due to the recent surge in COVID cases, many of the ECMO machines at Ochsner LSU Health were in use. John wanted to make sure an extra one was on hand for his brother. That's when he made the call.
I put a picture that just said, "Help me," on LinkedIn, and the story of where we were at the time.
His special operations and professional network responded.
I mean, it spread like wildfire. Hundreds of thousands of people saw it within that first day.
It had a medical transport company out of New York City locating an ECMO in New Jersey.
As we located a machine, I updated the post, and then people, do you need air transportation? Ended up locating a flight.
Within hours, the machine was on a plane, making the nearly 1,400-mile flight to Shreveport.
It flew into Shreveport that evening, and as soon as we found out that we had a machine and we had a flight, then Ryan was able to be put on the ECMO machine.
John knows Ryan will continue to fight, as do the thousands who recognize John's call for help.
And it has restored my faith in humanity, for sure.
Dan Jovic, NewsNation, Shreveport.
People can do amazing things.
People
right?
really can.
Move mountains.
Absolutely. And John was doing that for his brother-in-law. Sometimes, you know, in-laws can be tough, especially during the holidays. But I think this is such a good reminder of just the good that's out there and people can do. Well, finding ways to spread holiday cheer during a year when many of us are apart. One Kansas professor set her sights on the men and women who are away from their families serving overseas.
Stitch by stitch, she's hoping to let them know that they are loved. Here's NewsNation reporter Kelly Peltier.
All I do is tie a double knot.
Jess Martin is an anatomy professor at K-State, now adding seamstress to her resume this holiday season for what she's calling the Sewing for Soldiers project. It's a way to help spread some holiday cheer to soldiers fighting overseas.
The ones who are over there who are by themselves, they can't see their family, they can't really spend any time with their friends because of the restrictions.
With these COVID restrictions happening all over the world, Jess says she wanted to help. So she enlisted her friends who know a thing or two about sewing. And together they started working to sew hundreds of homemade stockings, blankets, and face masks with a whole lot of love.
The feeling of joy that it brings is just wonderful.
And a message of gratitude to our heroes during the holidays.
They're not forgotten. We really appreciate what they're doing, the sacrifice they're making, and we just want to make their Christmas a little bit brighter.
Jess is even getting her students involved, encouraging them to make cards for soldiers like her cousin Kevin Fry, who inspired the entire project. He's a captain in the Army currently serving overseas in Germany, with his wife Catherine and their 2-year-old daughter Woodley by his side. A family seeing firsthand the impact the COVID-19 pandemic is having on other soldiers.
And the months have gone by and they still haven't really gotten to see their families back home. A lot of them have to leave their wife, their spouse, and kids in the States. They didn't come to Germany too, so it's been really hard on people.
But Jess says she doesn't want it to stop here. She hopes the Sewing for Soldiers project becomes a year-round thing to make sure our heroes are always feeling loved.
Even though they're 9,000 miles away, we know what they're sacrificing.
A message Jess and her friends are sending one stitch at a time. Kelly Peltier, NewsNation.
Finding perspective during difficult moments. For a 100-year-old veteran, it's the secret to his longevity, and it's one of the many lessons he has to share. Here's NewsNation reporter Don Roberts.
Hi, I'm doing great. It's a wonderful afternoon. Just a little cloudy in Hampton, but otherwise a great day.
That positive attitude and a sharp memory have been hallmarks of Mr. Anthony Grant of Hampton. He was 21, living in New York's Harlem borough.
I was working as a printer's apprentice. Eventually, of course, I became a journalist.
Grant was born in New York, but spent most of his early years in St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Shortly after returning, he was drafted.
I realized that once I got into the Army, my life would be changed forever.
Grant trained at the Army's Fort Dix, New Jersey, and Fort Lee in Petersburg, Virginia. And that's where he got his first real dose of racism in the armed forces.
We had to leave the base and go to the town. And we had to load the buses. And the buses would load all the white troops first.
Attitudes in Mississippi were about the same.
My commanders, they forewarned the black troops, especially those from the north, to be very careful when you visit the town. So there was a town called Grenada, Mississippi, and I was in the camp near the base for 6 months, and I went in town only twice, and only spent 15 minutes, just walked 1 or 2 blocks and came right back, because I didn't want to give the police any excuse.
Grant, like many blacks in World War II, were assigned to the Quartermaster Corps, loading, storing, and delivering supplies to troops on the front lines. And in June of 1944, those front lines were Normandy, France, days after the massive Allied attack known as D-Day. More than 150,000 American, Canadian, and British troops landed on beaches stretching some 50 miles of France's Normandy region. By the time Grant and other supply troops landed, the beaches were cleared.
Within the beach itself, it was a complete chaos. burned equipment, abandoned clothing, abandoned shoes, abandoned helmets, burned out jeeps.
And as the combat troops pushed forward toward Germany, that's when Grant's troops came under fire.
I've been shot at, and I in turn have shot my weapon, but there's no immediate like hand-to-hand or person-to-person exchange.
After the war, Grant moved up the ranks in the Quartermaster Corps while serving all over Europe, Korea, and Japan. He retired after 20 years with the rank of Major in 1963. Meantime, Grant and his wife Bernadette raised 2 boys and 2 girls, including Jean. Bernadette died in 2015 after 67 years of marriage, 9 grandchildren, 6 greats, and 1 great-great-grandchild.
You've reached the right age of 100. Do you have a secret for longevity?
Have a positive mind. Have a positive mind. Things will get better tomorrow.
Don Roberts, News Nation.
Things will get better tomorrow. Well, the pandemic has paused all sorts of events this year, including important fundraisers, but one Pennsylvania man decided he would press on with his goal to raise money for big brothers, big sisters, one hole at a time. News Nation reporter Ali Barubi has more on his marathon day at the course.
Before the sun comes up on a rainy September morning.
Here we go.
Joe Holston is teeing off
Well, we'll go with that one.
on an empty Manada Golf Club.
It seemed like a much better idea in July than it seems like today for a 63-year-old man.
Planning a marathon golf outing.
The theme we came up with is 100 holes with a hospital, and that's my intent. And I'm hoping for the 100 holes.
Starting at 6 in the morning, planning to play through the evening.
Finished 18. We're, 18% done, I guess.
I saw him on 1, and he said, yeah, I just got through 18, and I'm thinking to myself, got 82 left. It's a long day ahead.
It's for the kids. That's exactly right. It doesn't have to be good golf, just quick golf.
Joe is a board member for Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Capital Region. The group lost all of its fundraising events due to the pandemic.
We want to ensure that we're able to continue our services, and to do that we need support from individuals like Joe.
As Joe powers through his rounds, the golf pros tracking his score
5.
1 shot at a time.
Through 27 holes, and he is at 135 strokes at this point.
That's what we need. We just needed to loosen up. I figured somewhere around 50 or 60 it'll hit me.
With his sunny disposition,
It's wonderful to have him out here. I appreciate it. Good friends, a lot of help. I don't know that I could do it without them.
He'll be done in less than 10 hours, we think, and that's a great day.
Joe's on a lightning pace.
6 more to go. I'm feeling sore, tired, my back hurts, my ankle hurts, and I think when I go home tonight, my whole body's going to hurt.
So as morning turns to afternoon,
We're at 7 hours and 20 minutes.
Joe approaches the finish.
We're on the 100th hole. We're going to finish up strong.
There you go.
I know that tree. We've hit that tree a couple times today.
Step by step,
How do you feel? Tired, but happy.
he's made it to his goal.
100 holes is a lot of holes. Happy we did it, happy we raised the money, happy hopefully we raise more money, and hopefully we can continue to raise money so we can continue to provide services. Thank you, ladies. Thanks for coming out.
In Harrisburg, Ali Barubi for News Nation.
And it's such an important organization.
It
does so
is.
much.
And
for
you're a
so
big
many
sister,
kids.
right? So yeah, absolutely.
And it's just so much fun for everyone, because the bigs get as much out of it as the littles.
The littles do.
So. Well, we have so much more ahead tonight in our hometown heroes for the holidays, including an adorable boy from Iowa bringing much-needed joy to families after a devastating storm.
Plus, how a bride created an unforgettable day for people at a Kansas nursing home. And
it may seem so small, it may seem like it couldn't amount to much, but you just never know when it could cause, a snowball effect, a huge chain reaction.
a heartwarming story of a Utah community coming together to help one of their own. You won't want to miss this one.
Welcome back to News Nation's Hometown Heroes for the holidays. It's been a year that saw record-setting wildfires, devastating hurricanes, and tornadoes that tore through the Midwest.
After every disaster, there were helpers providing food, supplies, places to stay, and positivity. And tonight, News Nation's Felicia Bolton takes you to Iowa, where a little boy is giving families something to smile about.
Meet Enzo. Hi! He's just like any other 4-year-old boy. He's curious.
Anything that expands his mind, he gets so excited about.
And loves to run and play.
I can run!
Except his favorite hobby might surprise you.
I love to pick up comets. He loves it.
From dawn to dusk, you'll find him on his own kind of treasure hunt in his Des Moines neighborhood.
It's not bad.
Decked out in neon yellow.
He ran my safety vest.
Picking up whatever he finds.
Make me happy.
From plastic to debris after the derecho.
Oh, it's so big.
He's become the neighborhood's little helper.
I have never seen a little boy of any age that wants to clean up trash.
His mom and grandma make up the cleanup crew.
So as soon as there's something that in the street, because he can see it from our window, he just wants to go out and pick it up.
Although they're not sure where his passion for picking up trash came from.
I didn't teach him this, and he just loves it, and the way he gets the joy out of it, and how happy it makes him.
It's in the spirit of helping that makes Enzo happy.
I want to clean up my city.
At least that trait is one he learned by example.
Dina and Candy are both absolutely awesome people, and if they can help you, then they help you.
Like mother, like daughter. Now, like mother, like son. For News Nation, I'm Felicia Bolton.
Oh my goodness, Enzo, just so cute in his little voice too.
Yes, he's so excited, genuinely enthusiastic about it.
We all need to be that enthusiastic about picking up trash. Kudos to you, Enzo, and to his mom and grandma. Well, day by day, the work we do can build into a lasting impact, and that's the case for a Florida teen who spent 6 years fishing plastic beads from the water in hopes of protecting the ecosystem. Now he's receiving international attention. News Nation reporter Meredith Sensulo has the story.
It's still a little bit shocking to a lot of people from an outside perspective that this is such an issue and there's so much plastic entering the ecosystem, and the majority of people don't even seem to notice it.
Footage of toxic plastic beads blanketing the floor of Seddon Channel convinced Tampa leaders to launch the Beads Free Bay campaign, prohibiting partying pirates from plunging booty into Tampa Bay.
Whether it be, very absent-mindedly or celebrated, either way, it's something that people aren't thinking about the bigger impact.
The Sedita brothers have been fishing for beads for 6 years, only scratching the surface of the problem. This video from July shows a scared stone crab seeking solace among toxic stranded strings.
This is a really pervasive issue that isn't going to be solved until we stop the practice in the first place.
While Dimitri wasn't fishing for compliments, earning a nod for green gasparilla from an international organization dedicated to promoting eco-friendly living is arguably more motivation to keep going.
It's something that people have been doing for a long time, and it can be hard to break that habit.
Green Gasparilla and the Florida Aquarium hope to do another bead cleanup later this year, and Dimitri is optimistic that he'll once again partner with the city of Tampa to expand the Bead Free Bay initiative. Meredith Sensulo, News Nation, Tampa.
After the break, why one man is spending the night in local dog shelters across the country, and the message he hopes will inspire others. Plus,
and I cannot recreate the feeling of that or even think of it because it was just too startling and too much adrenaline was pumping.
A scary moment for an Oklahoma second grader while he was at lunch, why he and his teacher are being applauded for their quick thinking. Welcome back to News Nation's Hometown Heroes for the Holidays. Every day, there are constant reminders of how a simple act of kindness can trigger an avalanche of good. Sometimes you just have to keep your eyes open. News Nation reporter Jordan Verdadero has an example that all started with a grocery delivery in Utah.
It all started with a delivery. Jennifer Weiss from Plain City ordered groceries and saw an elderly man dropping her items off through her doorbell, seeing his mobility challenges.
It made me kind of feel guilty to have someone else delivering stuff just because I didn't want to go to the store.
Noticing he handled everything with care despite some difficulty, she started wondering
who he was and what his situation was, why he was doing deliveries, if he was going to continue doing deliveries when snow starts falling and stairs and driveways are icy.
I had a stroke in June, so I was just making some extra money because our swamp cooler blew off our roof. We have a big hole, and I got it taped up. Make some extra money to fix that.
Using social media, she found Larry, a veteran from Ogden. One of his relatives saw the post and got them connected.
I had a few friends that said, you know, he shouldn't have to be delivering. What if we all pitched in and gave him a big tip?
After several shares on the post, others in Weber County started to chip in.
Had posted his Venmo information, and I think that the donations just started coming in like crazy.
It just blew up and went crazy, and there are so many nice people around here.
Because of the donations, he no longer has to deliver, and he's sharing the money with others in need.
And I was just trying to get them to donate to like the food banks and to Toys for Tots or something, you know, instead of giving me money.
It may seem so small, it may seem like it couldn't amount to much, but you just never know when it could cause, you know, a snowball effect, a huge chain reaction, and it could really make someone's day, their life. It could be the positive that they need.
Jordan Verdadero, News Nation.
I love that story, and for all we complain about social media, it can do so much good.
It can really do so much good. And when you see that, you know, Jennifer did that for Larry, and then Larry wanted to pay it forward and pass it on to others too. So
very
a lot of good stuff happened from there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, it has been a year full of a newfound appreciation for our educators navigating a new world of online learning and unique in-person protocols. A scare during lunchtime is making one family in Oklahoma all the more grateful this year. News Nation reporter Lauren Daniels has their story.
And I cannot recreate the feeling of that or even think of it because it was just too startling and too much adrenaline was pumping.
8-year-old Caleb Schmidt recalling the moment a water bottle cap got stuck in his throat at lunchtime at Tuttle Elementary.
I was opening the water bottle with my mouth because my hands are kind of wet because we were having apples and those things can get kind of slippery.
Caleb says the cap quickly shot down his throat, but he kept calm.
So I speed walked like that over to the teacher. And I made the maneuver that's like, help, I am choking right now.
Seeing what had just happened, teacher Natalie Johnson rushed to Caleb's side, quickly performing the Heimlich maneuver.
Never have I been in a situation where, I needed to act so quick about some things.
Her swift, life-saving actions getting the cap out of his throat.
I fell to the ground because I was just so startled and too much adrenaline was pumping.
When he calmed down,
I just was fine. Mom was called. She didn't sue the place.
In fact, she's very grateful.
He's my hero, and now you're my hero, so thank you so very much.
Thank you, and I just wouldn't be here without you.
Mrs. Johnson hoping this will serve as a cautionary tale.
Always be aware, because if we weren't aware, we wouldn't have known what was happening with him at that point.
The second grader and self-described YouTuber has one piece of advice as well.
And then you just start doing what you can until they faint or they get it out. That's just the circle of life.
Lauren Daniels, News Nation.
Oh my gosh, what a great kid. Kudos to Mrs. Johnson there, and thank goodness Caleb's mom did not sue. Well, 2020 was a tough year for weddings. Couples all across the country forced to postpone or make some changes to their special day. But one Kansas bride-to-be decided to make the best of her situation. And News Nation reporter Dan Garrett has the story from Topeka.
David Porterfield is getting ready to send out 30 flower vases to nearby nursing homes.
Added the garden roses, which I think are beautiful in shades of pink and white, and then some of the lemon leaves.
Now, these flowers were given back to Porterfields from a recent bride, not because she didn't like them. Instead, she paid for the flower shop to rearrange the flowers into bouquets so they could be sent to local nursing homes and assisted living facilities. David says this was a first for him.
It really makes such a difference for people, and flowers lift everyone's spirits, and especially in these days when people feel so isolated, it can really bring some joy to their lives.
It was the bride's way of cheering up people in nursing homes who've endured a lot of stress and loneliness during this pandemic. So Porterfield and his crew packed up their car and drove over to Homestead Assisted Living in Topeka to present their arrangements.
Oh, they're beautiful, David.
Workers say not only will this help lift their spirits, but also cheer up their residents, while also sparking conversation, which is something their residents need after spending so much time lately quarantining in the building with no visitors.
The rest of the day, we'll have a lot of conversations about their weddings, about weddings they have thrown, why we didn't do this before. So it's really a day of sparkles for them.
Porterfield and his colleagues took the rest of the flowers to 2 other nursing homes in Topeka.
That's wonderful.
Bringing some positivity and light in such a dark time. Dan Garrett, NewsNation, Topeka.
Beautiful flowers there. Well, standing up for what you believe in, or in this case, sleeping. A Louisiana man whose connection with his companion is so strong, he made it his mission to comfort shelter dogs all across the country. NewsNation reporter Bill Wood has the story.
How we doing? I'm checking in for one night.
Chris came all the way from Florida just to spend the night in Louisiana.
A king-size bed. I need shampoo.
He's not exactly checking into the Ritz-Carlton. It's the No Star, No Kill North Shore Humane Society in Covington.
Are you paying with cash or card?
Card.
Chris sleeps with dogs, deliberately, proudly, professionally, actually, at dog shelters across America.
I figure I'm not the first and won't be the last guy in a cage asking you, the guy in the next cage, why are you over there sleeping with dogs?
I'm trying to inspire change all across the country of how people view shelter animals.
His name is Chris Rotunda, and anytime he catnaps with a canine, he dreams about the best relationship he ever had with Jordan, the 3.5-year-old mutt who never lived any place but the pound until Chris adopted her.
When I got Jordan, we both were in the same position we were in. I was in a depressed state. She was as well. When I got her, she just pushed me to do things I never thought I'd be able to do. So, you know, she gave me a whole lot of different energy and different inspirations.
Chris lost his dog Jordan to cancer when she died a couple of years ago. But the journey lives on.
Hi, baby. How are you?
On the road, snuggling with pound puppies, hoping he doesn't leave with fleas, and finding forever homes for forgotten dogs, even cats. Even though bedtime is sometimes, well,
rough.
Just a little.
Rough. Yeah, like he said, guys, rough.
Bill Wood, NewsNation.
Imagine being at work and learning your home is on fire, and now imagine being the police officer responding to that call. An incredible story of heroism after the break.
Three months free. Ends January 4th.
Back, it's a call an Oklahoma police officer never thought he would receive. A house fire, his own home with his family inside.
And he did not think twice about what he had to do. NewsNation reporter Peyton Yeager has this heroic story.
Regardless if I wear this badge or not, I'm still a dad.
A father's instinct. The reason Corporal Anthony Louis says he and his 2 kids are still alive.
I love them to the moon and back. I mean, they're my world.
The Seminole police officer's world crashing down when a house fire call came over the radio. The street name familiar, pulling up to his home engulfed.
No, my kids are inside.
Corporal Louis seen running full force into the flames, breaking down the deadbolt, the brand of the lock still imprinted on his arm.
We knocked out the sliding back glass and went out the back door.
Thomas and AJ, safe without even a scratch.
The ceiling actually collapsed. I mean, my son could have been in there.
Corporal Louis handing the boys off to his partner and the pain setting in.
Skin just hanging off, and that's when I collapsed in the street.
Rushed to Integris in Oklahoma City. Second-degree burns to his body and smoke inhalation.
Blessed to be alive and just thankful just to be here.
Corporal Louis' house left charred, but his story quickly spreading. Thousands of strangers stepping in, helping his family of four nestle under a new roof for the holidays.
It's just being in law enforcement and what's going on right now. Yeah, how it spreads and just the love from everybody.
Meanwhile, the humble hero itching to put his uniform back on.
I'd do it all over again. Like I said, I'd do it all over again. I'd risk my life to make sure they're good.
Peyton Yeager, NewsNation, Oklahoma City.
Oh, what a great dad there. So glad that his family is okay. A Southern Illinois family is holding each other extra tight this holiday season after losing everything in a house fire, but they say they still have each other thanks to an 11-year-old. Here's NewsNation reporter Kelly Hoskins.
11-year-old Jace Coons is being credited with helping save his entire family from a fire that destroyed their Edwardsville home Friday afternoon around 4.
I went in the living room to tell the dog to be quiet, and then I saw smoke coming under the door. So I went to the front door, I peeked out and saw orange flames.
He's screaming, your house is burning down, your house is burning down.
The family of 7 lost everything in their home.
Everything I have is gone.
Jay saw the flames and raced to the only exit, a window in his room on the main level.
We all went to my room and we was tearing out the door. Then we put the blinds up and I punched out the screen and we all was running out the door. We were running out the window.
I couldn't believe everybody made it out of it. And every time I think about that, that's hard to grab.
The family is now homeless and trying to figure out how they will rebuild. They are grateful everyone made it out safely with no injuries.
I'm lucky to have my family.
The entire family says Jace is pretty extraordinary. He's relieved he got everyone out, including his 12-year-old sister, Altilia.
It feels good. I'm a hero. Yeah.
Big hero H, we call it.
Yeah. It feels good.
Kelly Hoskins, NewsNation.
Shattering ceilings and breaking barriers. Throughout the year, stories of people striving to make a difference. In Vermont, one man hopes to become a role model on the ski slopes. Here's NewsNation reporter Dina Casillo.
Robert Johnson Jr. is the first African-American ski director in all of Vermont. Johnson says he hopes to bring diversity to the sport for this upcoming season.
When we see people who look like us, we gravitate to whatever it is that we're doing.
Robert Johnson Jr. has been skiing for 43 years. This is a shot of him hitting the slopes during a previous ski season. Johnson says there's only 2% of people of color participating in the sport.
That means there's 98 to 90% out there willing for us to just market to them.
He believes the sport has economic barriers to entry that lead to racial barriers, and says the snow sport industry should be
hiring not just marketers but black people who understand the issue, who know where to research to draw people in and how.
The president of Magic Mountain says diversity and inclusion are very important in skiing.
This is what we're about. This is what the sport of skiing is about. It's not about excluding people, it's about including people.
Dana Casullo, NewsNation.
As the saying goes, it takes a village. That's why a North Carolina man is making it his mission to help people turn their mistakes into opportunities.
He is mentoring at-risk youth, doing his part to try and steer them in the right direction. And it's a reminder that everyone deserves a second chance. NewsNation reporter Allison Smith has that story from Winston-Salem.
It started with one man believing in them.
Dave said, yeah, come on, little man, I got you.
And from there, it grew into an opportunity to change the course of their lives.
Meeting Mr. Moore was like a field trip, so I could use my hands, and he just pretty much let me go. You know, it wasn't don't do this, don't do that. It was go out there and see what you can do. So it's more so like a test.
For the last 15 years, David Moore has been mentoring the incarcerated and at-risk youth in his auto body shop in Winston-Salem.
I say, Mr. Moore, I got this boy, he's off the chain, he needs a man in his life.
bring him up there. Let me get in his ear. Let me show him something. Let me teach him something.
He founded Southside Rides Foundation to help people who, because of their past, have few other options.
Mr. Moore gave me a chance. He didn't judge me for my background. I don't think anybody should judge anybody, but just give them a chance.
On Friday, he celebrated 4 of his mentees' success with a $1,000 grant. They are all now proud business owners with body shops across the city.
I did not ever think it, no, I did not. So it feels good every day I wake up knowing I gotta go to my own shop now.
Without that resource, I feel like my future would not be where it is now. I would have not been able to give back and help others and also employ over 20 people in the time that I've been doing this. Without that opportunity, none of that would exist.
Moore says growth starts with being brave enough to try on your own.
I have kids, I have grandkids. If they leave the house, I want to make sure they're safe. So what do I do about that? I provide opportunities for everybody to want to do it right.
Allison Smith, News Nation, Greensboro.
David Moore, that is so great. And using that grant, and so now those other men are business owners as well. I love that story.
It just takes one person to start a whole chain reaction that can help so many people.
So true.
Yeah. All right, well, still ahead tonight, a gift with a life-changing impact.
Hi, you can hear me? Yeah.
Oh, watch the unforgettable moment. A baby hears his mother's voice for the first time. And finally tonight, a story that helps put a difficult year in perspective. A 1-year-old boy gets a life-changing gift, the gift of sound.
And the first voice he hears is his mother's. News Nation reporter Talia Cunningham has this incredible story.
Hi, baby.
This is the moment.
Hi, you can hear me? Yeah.
When 1-year-old Mason McMillan hears his mother's voice clearly for the first time.
Hear me? Yeah.
Mason is the love of my life.
Hi.
It was just like falling all in love with him all over again.
Pure joy and smiles for days. Mason suffers from hearing loss, and as you see, his face lights up when he puts on his new fitted hearing aids.
Do you like how everything sounds?
I started like bawling my eyes out behind the camera.
Lauren Webb, Mason's mom, was overcome with emotion.
When he just looked up at me, you could see in his face that he just was like, wow, Mom, like, that's what you really sound like? And it literally, it's the best day of my life since he got out the NICU.
This mother and son share a bond like no other.
I got shot right here through this arm. I got shot right here in this arm.
While pregnant, Webb was shot multiple times during a random home invasion in Hampton, which landed her and her unborn son in the trauma center at the VCU Medical Center. Webb's arm was shattered and a major artery was hit in her groin, pushing her into emergency labor. Mason was born 4 months early, weighing 1 pound 5 ounces, confined to an incubator for months.
It was all really scary. This is my first child. I'm a college student. I never expected anything like this to ever happen.
That's why milestone moments like this,
Yeah, you can hear me,
mean so much.
That's my baby. That's the smile I get every day when I'm with him, so I'm glad everybody else gets to get that same smile.
Talia Cunningham, News Nation, Richmond.
And the video has millions of views on Twitter. Webb says she's just thankful for the outpouring of support, and we're all happy. It's a gift for us to be able to see him smile and hear too.
We're so happy to see that Mason has that. And both he and his mom are miracles, so she survived too. Well, we know stories like these are happening all across the country, and we'd love to hear about them. If you have someone in your life that you think should be recognized as a hometown hero, we want to hear from you. Go to newsnationnow.com/feedback and tell us who you want to nominate and why.
And thank you for joining us tonight for this special edition of News Nation, Hometown Heroes for the Holidays. Merry Christmas. Have a good night.